Virgos. Today I'm going to be asking the universe, what is coming up for you in love and the person on your mind? How is it that they feel towards you, and what will be their next actions towards you? So I'm seeing here, the first thing I saw is the Ace of Wands, and also the Five of Cups. So this is somebody who feels desire towards you. They desire a brand new start. They are inspired to take action towards you. And I would say that they're also feeling grief and remorse. It could be about another situation, like maybe they are leaving something to come towards you, or maybe it's grief over things that have happened between the two of you in the past, or maybe it's an attitude, a hope that if they come in with an attitude of remorse, that this will touch your heart and inspire compassion in you. The person on my Virgo's mind. Interesting. Ace of Swords in the reverse, so lots of aces. So brand new start. This is somebody who has a complete attitude and desire towards a brand new start with you, but it's like they're kind of torn between tactics because they're wondering what's going to work with Virgo. And with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, this could be them maybe thinking, should I come in and tell an untruth? Or should I come in with a kind of like a harsh attitude to put them on the defensive in hopes of getting them to not just, accuse me or be angry with me? Like, I think this is someone who's maybe anticipating that you will be angry with them. And they're thinking that if they come in with harshness, that will put you on the defensive, and so that they won't have to be so much on the defensive. Because they feel guilty, is what I'm sensing here. Yeah, they're worried. They don't want this to be over. And so they're just trying to think of any tactic. They're very paranoid that you're going to reject them if they try to come in. And so they're trying to think of any tact they can take to just increase their chances of success. Yeah, but they want to come in and offer you love. And I'd say they really want to. And this is action. This isn't just intention or, words. This is like they want to take action towards you. They're ready. That's what I'm hearing. All right, so... oh, there it is again. Ace of Swords in the reverse and Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this could be speaking to the fact that there hasn't been anything going on between the two of you. Maybe you guys have not been speaking and nothing has been happening, but this person definitely wants something to be happening. I'm going to take those out. With the King of Pentacles, what I'm sensing is that this person wants to come in and match your energy. They want to come, because you are the Queen of Pentacles, they want to come in and offer you commitment. And they're worried about having enough to offer you. And so I feel like that is at the core of what's going on, and why they have not been messaging you is because they're worried that if they, I don't think they're necessarily thinking that they can't depend on your compassion. It's probably more about the fact that they feel like they can't really provide you with the life that they want to provide you with. I sense that this is someone who wants to do right by you. They really want to impress you, and they want to give you something that they will be proud of. Like, they want to commit to you and take care of you, kind of, is what I'm sensing. And they're worried about their ability to do that. My Virgo's person, how did they feel? So yeah, oh wow. So they definitely want a relationship with you, but I would say that with this Five of Wands, there are other people invested that desire to sway your person's actions and decisions. They want your person to do one thing or another, maybe to choose between you and someone else. Could be the case. One way or another, there's a lot of people who don't want, it feels like there's a lot of people invested who don't want your person to be with you. Sorry, I thought I might be picking up on something else. But, you know, because the thing is that when someone finds true love and a real attachment source, this ends the ability of other people to use them. You know, when someone finds someone to truly love them foundationally and accept them, and not only that, but if that person that loves them also happens to have, you know, good insight, good instincts, to be spiritually, you know, in tune, then anybody who might have been using or controlling that person loses the ability to do so. Anybody who might have been manipulating them or drawing out of them for narcissistic supply will lose the ability to do that, because the attachment that they're able to form with you strengthens them enough that they don't need anything from that person. That person is no longer able to dangle any of the things that they need. Oh wow. So 10 of Pentacles to the 3 of Swords. There could have been a third party dynamic here. But this is someone overall, this is someone who is very invested in you. They want long term with you. They want legacy, family, you know, interwoven lives. And so the potential for heartbreak here is very profound, because they're totally serious about you. There really isn't any more serious to be about somebody than the 10 of Pentacles. And so they're just very worried. And with the 8 of Swords in the reverse to the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, they have certainly been very worried about whether or not you will be cooperative with them, but I think that they're just trying to step out of that and just not be in their head about it. They're trying to just not care and just understand that I just need to step forward, essentially. You know, you can't be locked in your head forever. With the Empress in the reverse to the Ace of Cups in the reverse, what I'm getting is that this could have been this is somebody who feels like you are an empress and that they didn't treat you the way that you deserved to be treated, and they're worried that maybe all the love could be poured out. Also, as a side message that's pretty specific, might not be for everybody, but if there was a pregnancy involved, this could have been someone who lost the baby. Like maybe if there was a pregnancy with a third party here, that they might no longer be pregnant, because both of these cards can indicate pregnancy, but they're both in the reverse. So there's that as a possibility. And you guys have had lots of aces here. Then underneath that, this person is starting to understand the error of their actions in the past. They really feel true remorse for the things that they've done in the past. They really understand why it's wrong to be only seeking their own. This could have been somebody who was dealing with people who were kind of hard-hearted enough in their past, that it was easy to just kind of feel no remorse for taking whatever they wanted from that person. But now they see that that's not how you are. The softness of your heart is what I'm sensing. This might not be for everybody, but the softness of your heart is something that is unlike anything they've ever encountered. And it's caused them to understand that their actions can actually have a profound effect, you know, on people who are not hard-hearted, who are not just selfish and manipulative. That they can really cut deep straight into, you know, a person who is more kind or more in need. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, I would say that this is somebody not feeling like a player, but more just not feeling very confident. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there is a lot of desire to act, but this is someone who wants to act. You know, we're seeing a lot of initiatory energies, and yet they just feel like worried that, you know, that they're not in a good place to offer you what you deserve, or, you know, that they're not going to be accepted. That's what they're worried about. Or maybe they've been a player in the past. Maybe they acted like a player in the past, And this is what is causing them, you know, distress now, is that they feel like, you know, their past is haunting them, essentially. So let's get you an oracle card, guys. Oh, there we go. Universe, how is my Virgo's person feeling towards Virgo at this time? And what are their motives towards Virgo? Oh, gosh. I can't make a decision, and I don't know who I am anymore. So this could be somebody who, I almost feel like this is someone who's been under so much pressure, and possibly change or disruption or crisis, that they're having a hard time even really grounding themselves in a sense of self. You know, when you have people, especially people you trust, or people who could be foundational in your identity, like parents, family members, siblings, trying to influence you to do things that are against what you really want to do for yourself, but you trust them so much that you feel compelled to listen and value that opinion, you can lose the sense of even knowing who you are anymore, because you're so in your own head and you're so trying to figure something out and going over and over and over it. Universe, what is this decision regarding? Oops. I'll ask from here. What is this decision that they're trying to make? What is this decision that my Virgo's person is trying to make? They feel, you know, they definitely feel like the way they treated you was wrong. So they're compelled to move towards you, and they want to make the decision to move towards you, but the decision either to move towards you or to move on, or how to move towards you, I sense, is what that could be referring to. Let's get another card. Universe, what is this decision that my Virgo's person needs to make towards Virgo? What is the decision that my Virgo's person needs to make towards Virgo? Okay, it says patience. Just a few more months, good things that come to those who wait. So it might not be months, but I really think that it's about how to approach you, or when. This is somebody who has a lot of trepidation. Interesting. Pregnancy. But it came out in the reverse as well. So like we said before, there could be a situation here where maybe somebody else was pregnant and they're worried about telling you, or somebody else could currently be pregnant, and maybe that's, I mean, because there's a lot of people for whom that would be a deal breaker, if they went off and got somebody else pregnant, if their person went off and got somebody else pregnant. Universe, let's try and see if we can get an answer from the universe. Universe, does my Virgo's person currently have a third party who is pregnant by them? Does my Virgo's person currently have a third party who is pregnant by them? So it's not telling me anything. It's saying that there could be an issue here surrounding housing, and that there could be a potential of moving in together. Like maybe this is somebody who was with somebody before and were living with them, and maybe they're going to need somewhere else to live. This could be someone just spying on you, because they know where you live. They know where to come and spy on you. And we keep seeing intimacy. This is somebody who's definitely thinking about you. If you were together sexually, then they're thinking about it. And if not, they're just imagining it. I feel like this is someone spying on your residence, because I'm seeing the spying and then the house. Interesting. And also the pregnancy stuff does not have to be your story. You know, that's quite specific. We can ask one more time. Universe, does my Virgo's person currently have a third party who is pregnant? could be dealing with the fire sign. Yeah, when this pregnancy stuff has come up, it's been like very vague. It's almost like either the energy of this person doesn't want you to know, or, you know, it's like it's being very vague. So, sorry guys. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers here. What is this Ace of Swords in the reverse to the Eight of Wands in the reverse? Universe. Oh, Ace of Swords in the upright. Yeah, so this is somebody who, the main decision that they're trying to, they know that they've taken too long already to reach out. They have hesitated too long. They want to make things right with you. They want to balance things out. Definitely. With the Page of Wands in the reverse, they're definitely worried. They've just kind of been lacking motivation in terms of, because they kind of know it's going to be difficult and they're scared that it might be catastrophic. And so that's why they've been hesitating and not taking action. With the Hierophant in the reverse, this could be someone feeling like they would want to delay a long-term commitment until they could provide for you, because they want things to be successful. You know, because most grown-up people have learned the hard way that, not most, but many grown-up people learn the hard way that it's hard for a relationship to be successful if the money isn't there. You know, it can cause so much stress and problems that, you know, even a good relationship can fail from being under that much stress. If you're living together or you're having a life together and the money is really tight and hard, it can ruin a really good relationship. So that could be it. Or they could be, there could be something about having to end something else. Or with the Justice card in the reverse, what I just saw is that maybe they need to technically get divorced from someone. You know, this could be somebody who is separated from a past partner, but that maybe they're still technically married, because they want to come in and offer you something solid. I feel like that's what it is that this could be a divorce, like someone who needs to get divorced. What is this Five of Wands to the Four of Wands? I'm sensing that what this is that there are people, again, oh my goodness, Emperor and Empress came out together. They see you as their divine counterpart. They believe that this is fated. You are very important to them, and they understand that if they want an Empress, they have to be the Emperor, is another thing. Like they're not going to be able to, that it would fail horribly if they were to try and go into a relationship with you and not be willing. You know, they want to treat you the right way. They want to treat you well. They understand that if they don't, then it will just fail. And they are horrified at the thought of that. So this is somebody who wants to come in. They want to be able to offer you, I would say, probably long-term commitment. They want to get engaged, probably, in a lot of cases here. But they're very worried about a rejection of this revival of the relationship. And they feel also that you would be justified in rejecting them, and yet it would not undo the level of pain and suffering they would experience. So anyways, guys, that's your reading. I hope that it has served you well, and I will speak to you soon.